Hello, welcome back to Squiddy Reviews. I am your host, Squiddy, and today we are going to be looking at I do believe this is the Marmit Megaguirus from the Godzilla franchise. And first off, before I get into the figure, just real quick, I just wanted to say that for any of my subscribers that were wondering, I haven't really done a video in a while because I kind of lost the will to do so. I didn't really think it was worth it, and I felt like I could have put my time into better things. But I guess the reason why I started up again is I went back and I looked at some of my older videos, and I hadn't really looked at them in a while, and they had actually gotten a decent amount of views since I had left. So it kind of gave me the courage to start up again. And the other thing I wanted to say was I want to do mostly reviews of obscure things. And what I mean by that is sometimes I'll be the guy who wants to buy something, but then no one has done a review of it on YouTube. And then I'm like, well, I don't even know if this is worth it or not. And I hate feeling like that way. You know, it sucks to be that guy. And so I want to do reviews of things that people haven't really done before. I haven't really done that much. I'll do other things too, but that's the main thing I want to do. I'm probably not going to do too much new stuff just because I don't have the money to buy almost everything that comes out. I want to, but I can't. So this is mostly just going to be stuff that I pick up either like at flea markets or recent stuff, or just random things I get off eBay, things like that. But anyway, back to the review. So this is the Marmit Megaguirus, as I mentioned before, and for the longest time I was looking for a solid Megaguirus figure on eBay, and there's only a few of them as far as I've seen. There's like the Bandai one, and there's like a few Gashapons, which are like minifigures, and I wasn't really interested in those. I didn't really think they were worth the price, and I wasn't super crazy about the character that much, and I just wanted something more worth my value, and or the value of the price that they were asking for, and I just didn't think it was worth it. But I was patient, and I waited a while. And then I found this guy, and I had never seen him before, and I thought he looked really, really cool. So I went ahead and bought him. Now, I just got done looking on eBay just before I started this video, and I didn't see this guy anywhere. So I'm going to assume that he's relatively rare. Maybe not super rare, but, you know, I haven't seen him pop up too often, so I'm going to assume that he's pretty rare. But anyway, I purchased this guy for probably about I think it was like $80. But what I like about this guy is not so much the sculpt or the accuracy to the one in the film, but mostly the size. Sorry about that. Here. Yeah, here. You know what? Let's just go over here. Okay. So, again, I really like the size of this figure. It's pretty big. It's got a pretty big wingspan, and it's just got a real nice bulk to it. And this was around the same price as the Bandai one, so that's why I went ahead and bought this one instead. And it's a lot bigger than the Bandai one. I don't know who makes this. When I initially looked up images of it before I bought it, I didn't actually find that many. I did find some, but not that many. So I couldn't even find this thing on the internet hardly. But my favorite thing about it, besides the size, is the colors. I really, really like the colors in this guy. I love these metallics. these like a metallic blue, sort of, or purple. And then you got these yellow streaks just going on the rings, on the claws, on his head. And it actually blends in really well with the blues. And then you got some pinks down here, which don't blend quite as well, but they still look pretty nice, and nice metallic pink. And then you got the same metallic pink going down here. You can see that. You got some good details in there. Then you also get a really nice tannish color for the neck, for the chest, which is, I think, a really nice touch, and actually blends well into the metallic blue. So I think that's pretty cool, personally. But then you got a real nice red for the eyes. It's a very standard red, but I think it works pretty well. Silver for the teeth, and then you got some pink for inside the mouth. So you can see that. But yeah, let's see, I think maybe there's some silver highlights on these wings, on the ridges anyway. Yeah, I think there is, because when you look at the other side, they're kind of just flat, like a flat metallic purple or bluish color. But then when you flip it around, you get some more silver highlights in there, as you can see. Which I think that's really cool. I think that really makes it pop. Yeah, I just really like the colors. I think the color choice is really nice, personally. Looks like you also get some browns in there, but not too much, mostly on the bottom of the figure. So you actually, I just now noticed this, you actually get some browns on the bottom section, mostly on the chest, the legs, and the bottom of the claws, which I actually think is really awesome. So there's actually a lot more colors going into this figure than I originally noticed. But I've had this guy for a while. I just haven't picked him up in a long time. But you know, I guess my biggest complaint about this figure is maybe the accuracy. I don't think it's very accurate to the one in the movie. It's pretty close in certain areas, but like the tail, I remember being a lot longer in the film, and maybe some other things. But overall, I really like this figure. I think it's really cool. It's really big. It's one of my bigger Godzilla figures, and I think it represents the character pretty well. And I usually don't like Marmots. I don't like ball marks. I don't like the ones that look kind of like 1960s action figures. And it's not a bad style or anything. None of them interest me. But this one looks pretty cool and pretty awesome when you hold them at certain angles and stuff. So, and he actually has decent articulation too. I mean, for a plastic vinyl figure. So let's go over that real quick. His head does maybe go 360? Yeah, it does. Definitely does. Yeah, so that goes 360. The shoulders would go 360 sorry about that. Would go 360 if the legs didn't block them. The claws themselves can rotate. And I'm pretty sure that's about it. The wings cannot rotate, but that's mostly because of the design of the character and it being vinyl. But it doesn't seem like they're glued in there or anything. It just seems like they're just kind of like the plastic is just in there. And I don't see any glue seams. But if you're looking for a Megaguirus figure, I highly recommend this one. I would not pay a huge amount for it. I think maybe somewhere, I don't even personally know if it's worth $80 or whatever I paid for it. I just really liked it personally. It's more of a preference thing. So it's up to you what you think it's worth. But I do, recommend caution when buying him, because, I wouldn't pay more than $100 for this, probably. But overall, I do think it looks really nice. I'm really glad to own it. And I'm really happy with it. I think he looks really cool, and the details are super awesome, as you can see, especially like on the head. You can see that. Just all these crevices, and all the rows of armor he's got on the top of his head, and all the back spikes are pretty awesome. And the detail on the wings is also really cool. Yeah, just a really cool representation of the character. As far as my opinion of the film goes, if you want a quick review, it's not the best Godzilla film, but, you know, it's not really my least favorite either. The film does have its problems, but, you know, overall I actually do like the design of the character, and I do think he's a pretty good looking kaiju. Just maybe not the best film, but I thought he himself as the, or I guess maybe it's a her, but either way, I thought the overall character and the design of the character was all fine, so, in my opinion. But, like I said, really cool representation of the character. Like I said, I really love the colors. The sculpt's actually pretty solid for a Marmit. And unfortunately I do not have the packaging because I guess I lost it somewhere, but he comes in a little plastic baggie, if you're wondering, and he has like a little card with him that holds the baggie together, but that's basically it. It's nothing fancy, so you would probably be fine buying this guy used. The only other complaint I have, and this is probably just with mine, is on the teeth. There seems to be either paint chipped or some black paint got on the front, I guess fang, right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I don't think that would be a hard fix. I could probably just go over that with a Sharpie or some silver paint. But yeah, I hope you guys like this review, and I hope this helps you out with your purchase. And I will see you guys next time.